Okay, this is how you change a standard 3-point latch with a keyed lock cylinder to a combination digital lock. You start out by removing the cylinder, the lock cylinder that comes with the 3-point latch. You'll need a flat screwdriver for that. Open the door. It's easier to do everything in the lock position. This is what you're removing, is this cam right here. This cam, this lock cylinder, operates this locking device. That's what actually locks the door. The cam just operates this, and we're replacing that. So you'll need to get in here, it's kind of tight, so you'll use a screwdriver, not a wrench, to pop this nut loose. Go ahead and get that completely off. Remove the lock cylinder. Comes off like that. You don't need that anymore. Okay. Now you'll need a piece of tape. This spacer comes with the new kit with the lock, and you'll use it to locate this hole on the door so that you can put this screw through it. So I use a piece of tape, makes it easier. You can see we already have a hole there, but normally you won't, and we use this spacer. I've already done this once. And the radius side right here of the spacer matches this radius. Just set it right on top of it. Just balance it there and kind of eyeball it straight up and down and put a piece of tape on it just to hold it in place while you drill it. And you take a 5/32 drill bit and go ahead, using the hole there as a guide, go ahead and drill through the door. Okay. Now you can remove the tape. Make sure the hole's clean. Make sure you don't have any shavings on here. Okay. Now you have a hole through the door. You're going to put the screw in through this. So out of the kit here, it's the smallest screw is the one you're going to use. Take that and the nut that holds the new digital lock in place. Take that, all these pieces, and you also need this piece, which is a spacer that fits on the cylinder, because this is smaller than this hole, but it's got a little ridge on here that fits that hole, and that takes up the difference. It's like it's an adapter, and you'll put that on with the little ridge pointing up so that it'll go in that hole. And then you have to put the spacer there, or you can line the spacer up with this hole is where you're going to put the screw. Line that up, hold it like that, put it through, and then catch the hole in the spacer with this little screw and make sure it's all lined up. You go ahead and start it by hand. Start the screw into the new lock. Okay, once you've got that started, you need to go ahead and get the lock gun in place. Do that. Make sure your spacer, make sure everything is sitting flush on this side. Hold it there. Go ahead and place the nut on the cylinder. You'll have to push this mechanism down at the same time to get it out of the way. And go ahead and run the nut all the way down until it's tight. Okay, once you have that tight, you can go ahead and take your Phillips screwdriver, lock this small screw at the top, lock it in place. And then to tighten this nut, there's no room to get a wrench in there, so I just use a screwdriver, flat screwdriver. You put it on one of the high spots and just give it a little tap. That locks that in. Okay, the next part you need is this is your directional cam, and it determines which direction you'll turn the lock to whether it's counterclockwise or clockwise. And you'll need this screw, which is the one with the largest head, to hold the cam in place. And you'll need the cam that's bent. There's only one like that in the kit. And you need a Phillips screwdriver for that. Bring it over here. Okay. The part, it's got a little square, fits over this square right here, and it's got these two little tabs on it. You want the tabs to be running in that way and on a diagonal pointing from 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Place that on that square. Make sure the little tab is lined up right here. Because there's a little flat on the cylinder that's going to fit right into right there. Now take this. You want to make sure that the lock is in the locked position, which it is. This white line is lined up with the little lock. And then you want to take your cam with the little L pointing inward, and you'll have to push down on this spring-loaded mechanism here. Make sure it goes into the lock, and then put that on over the square and start the screw that holds the cam in place. Lock that down. Make sure this operates freely. Make sure this little screw is tight. Now, it's already in the locked position. So you can go ahead and enter the combination. The factory preset is 1010 and rotate the digital lock. Now, the handle will operate freely. Go ahead and lock it. You can unlock it, or you can open and close it without having to operate the lock. Once you want it locked, you just rotate to the locked position. It's not locked. Can't get in there. Combination 1010. If you try to rotate it this way, you'll find you can't. You just rotate it the other way. It goes very easily. That's the unlocked position. I have to unscrew here.